virtual private network and its implementation. This is the topic of today's discussion. In this presentation, we will see about what is virtual private network, the VPN, evaluation of VPN, and how it is working, then its various types, and what are the protocols it is using, every implementation of VPN and its applications, some disadvantages, advantages, thing we'll see in this presentation. So let's see what do you mean by virtual private network. Why we need to use virtual private network? You know about the public network. What do you mean by public network? Which is your internet. Okay. Then for our organization, you have an intranet. You want to work that intranet anywhere in the world. Then what we can do? The only solution is the internet. So we can host our intranet in the public network called internet by providing required security and the required bandwidth limitations. Because the public network, the security is very low, but we need to achieve the desired security as well as the desired speed. So the only solution is the VPN, virtual private network. So a virtual private network allows you to securely extend your private intranet over the public network. So using this VPN, you can control your network traffic. At the same time, you can provide required security features to your network. So the VPN interconnects all kinds of users of an organization across all types of locations in the world. So the important feature of this VPN is more secure, user-friendly, flexible enough to traverse a variety of platforms. That is, you can use VPN in your laptop, mobile phone, desktop, everything. Either in Windows operating system or iMac, then you can have any kind of use cases. You will see later about what are the different kind of use cases in the VPN. So the VPN, while using it, it creates a tunnel. The tunnel is the secure way of exchanging your information between two entities involving in the communication. That's the introduction about the virtual private network. That we see the evaluation of virtual private network. So in the earlier days, in the computer network, which can be implemented with the two major technologies. One is the leased line for permanent connectivity. So you need to buy an IP address from the service provider. Then the required bandwidth will be allocated for you with the IP address. Then you can use this for your organization's needs. But you are wasting the bandwidth when it is not utilized properly. Then the next one is the dial-up lines. So whenever you want to connect with the internet, then using the dial-up lines that are connected with the device called the modem, modulator, demodulator, you can connect it to the internet whenever you are required to use that one. But these two technologies cannot provide cost-effective implementation due to the following reasons. One is the traffic profile. So the typical traffic profile between any two sites in a network varies based on the time of the day of the month, and even the season. Say, for example, in the Christmas season, the traffic might be very high. Similarly, for the New Year season, like that. So the typical traffic profile we cannot anticipate in advance in the kind of networks. Then the end user always require fast response. Then only we can withstand in the market. So high bandwidth requirement is the important one, but in the leased line, whenever the connection is utilized, the bandwidth is properly used. Otherwise, the bandwidth is wasted. Then due to these two reasons, the data communication industry and the internet service provider develop a new technology called a virtual private network. So which is the statistical multiplexing scheme that provide the customers with a service that was almost an equivalent to the leased lines, but with the more security. Okay, how does a VPN works? So I already told you it creates a tunnel between two entities which are involving in the communication. So the tunnel secure the data exchanged between these two entities. So the eavesdroppers or the hackers cannot get the data out of the tunnel. So the VPN traffic is very much strong. Strong in the sense unauthorized users cannot detect the contents of the network, even it is transist in the public network, that is the internet. The third party intercept the traffic, then he cannot be able to access the packet payloads. That is the best use cases or the advantages of VPN. So VPN hides specific user details in the traffic they protect. What are the details it hides? Are the IP addresses, geographic locations, browser histories, device and software, etc. So all these informations are hidden in the transistor. So the hackers cannot get the details about the players involved in the communication. So let us consider an example scenario to explain the VPN in detail. Suppose the headquarters of your office located at the Washington, D.C. So all computers of your head office are connected to the VPN server. So server in the sense which is well configured in server containing the public IP address and a router or switch to connect all computers in the local network area. That is your head office. Suppose your branch office is located at Mumbai, Tokyo, in China, somewhere in the world. So for example, a user at Mumbai office connects to the virtual private network server using a dial-up window. Here the dial-up window is the VPN client, and the VPN server returns an IP address, which is the series of IP addresses belonging to the local network of the corporate office, not the actual IP address, but it returns the IP address of the local network situated at the Washington. So this is a diagrammatic scenario which explains the VPN. So here, this is your organization structure. So the 192.168.10.10 is the IP address of the head office. So this is a public IP address which is connected with the internet. So all these branch office located at Mumbai, Tokyo, Seoul, all are having the series of IP addresses that are provided by the VPN server, but it is not the IP addresses of these clients C1, C2, C3. So these three clients can make use of this IP address provided by the VPN server, so that it hides the internal details of all the messages exchanged between the setup provided by the VPN. That is the beauty of VPN. Say for example, suppose if you want to use the Spotify music app, which is not active in India, but we are making full use of it while we are sitting in India. How it is possible? The only solution is VPN. So VPN is on camouflage our geolocation between these two entities. Say for example, suppose the IP address in India is 101.22.23.3, which may not be able to access the Spotify music app located in the US market. But the magic begins when we use the VPN client application, which is used to change the device IP address to the IP address of the location we want. That is the US address where the Spotify works in a seamless manner. This IP address is changed using VPN technology. So your device will connect to the VPN server of the respective country that you have entered in your location text box in the VPN client application. And now you will inherit a new IP address from this server. That is the server located at the US provide you a new IP address. Your IP address is hidden, that is tunneled between the VPN client and the VPN server. So no one can intercept that communication occurs between this client and server. So it ensures the security by providing an encrypted tunnel. That's I told you, encrypted tunnel between the client and the VPN server. The encrypted tunnel provides the secure way of communicating between the client and server. Then you will see about different types of VPN. There are several category of VPNs are available. The first one is the remote access VPN, which permits you to connect to a private network and access all its service and resources remotely. So the connection between the user and the private network occurs through the internet, and the connection is secure and private, which is useful for home users and business case, some use cases in the business scenario. Then the second category of VPN is site-to-site VPN or router-to-router VPN. So this kind of VPN is implemented in the router or the switch that is commonly used in the large companies. So the companies with the more branch office located in different locations can use this site-to-site VPN to connect to the network of one office location to the network at another office location. So based on this router-to-router or site-to-site VPN, we can classify this again into intranet-based VPN and extranet-based VPN. The intranet-based VPN, several offices of the same company are connected together using this site-to-site VPN. But the extranet case, companies, the different companies can connect to each other through this site-to-site VPN. There is a difference between intranet and extranet-based VPNs. Then the third category is cloud VPN, which provides cloud-based services. So the users are directly allowed to connect with the cloud-based infrastructure provided by the service provider. Then you can access some of the cloud resources using this VPN. The cloud providers, AWS, that is Amazon Web Service, Microsoft also, these are some major players in the cloud market. So you can connect with the cloud servers. Then mobile VPN, suppose if you want to use VPN on your mobile, then you can download the VPN client on your mobile and can connect with the VPN server located in the head office or in your branch office. So the mobile VPN sometimes are available as a standalone application, or it can be integrated into the mobile device management solutions. Then the fifth one is the SSL VPN, Secure Socket Layer, which is a protocol to secure the connection between the user and the VPN server. So while using this SSL type of VPN, you can directly access the VPN through your web browser. Rather than you are using the standalone web client, you can directly access the VPN through your browser. That is advantage of SSL VPN. Then point-to-point tunneling protocol VPN. So it is a simple and the fastest method for implementing the VPN, because this earlier days they are using this point-to-point and the layer 2 tunneling protocols for implementing the VPN. So the sixth and seventh categories are about the point-to-point tunneling and the layer 2 tunneling protocols. Then the open VPN is the open source software category of VPN, which uses a secure socket layer, SSL, and it is easily configurable and more secure. So the Unix-based operating systems provides the open VPN. So it is an open source software. No need to pay anything for this VPN. Then we have different type of VPN protocols, like the different type of VPN, we are having different type of VPN protocols. The Internet Protocol Security is the most famous protocol that provides tunneling capacity to the VPN. So Internet Protocol Security, in short, it is known as IPsec, is used to secure internet communication across an IP network. So this IP, by verifying the session and encrypt each data packet during the IP connection between the entities. So it runs in two modes: transport mode, tunneling mode. So that when you study the details of the IPsec, you can go through the transport mode and the tunneling mode details. Then layer 2 tunneling protocol is again the subdivision of this IPsec. So this L2P generates a tunnel between the two L2P clients or the connections using this IPsec protocol. The IPsec ensure the security as well as the encryption of the data between these two tunnel endpoints. Then point-to-point tunneling protocol it generates the tunnel and confines the data packet by using this protocol called point-to-point tunneling. Then the SSL and the TLS is the another type of protocols used in the VPN scenario. SSL is the secure socket layer. TLS is the transport layer security. So this generates the VPN connection where the web browser acts as the client. So I told you, the one of the type of VPN is the web browser based VPN. So we can directly access the VPN through web browsers. In the sense, then it uses the secure socket layer and the transport layer security to create the tunnels and encrypt the messages exchanged between the tunnels. So for that, we are using the SSL and TLS protocol. Then secure shell. Secure shell is again generates the VPN tunnel through which the data can be transferred securely between this tunnel. Then secure socket tunneling protocol, internet key exchange version protocol, OpenVPN, WireGuard are some of the other protocols used in this VPN scenario. Then how can you implement the VPN? That is setting up the VPN on your PC or in your mobile phone. So set up a VPN, you need a VPN application. So you need to have a VPN client. There are a lot of VPN clients are available in the market. Most of the clients are payable. You need to pay some amount to use that one, but they can provide some 30 days or 15 days free period offers. So you need to decide which VPN application you are going to use in your system. Then once you download that VPN app from the internet, then move to setting and click network and then VPN. You can add that VPN in your system. So then you need to fill the server name, VPN type, everything as per the instructions given in the VPN manual of the application. Then save your VPN, then go back to VPN and click your newly added account and press connect to the internet. Now you are connected into the VPN. Similarly, you can use the VPN on your mobile phone, on your iMac or iPhone, everything. The same step can be implemented. But you need to go through the user manual provided with the application for more details. Then the next setup is how to set up your VPN on your own router. What is the advantage of setting a VPN on your own router is you will be able to connect all of your devices to a single VPN installation. So it is a great way to protect your entire network instead of only one device. So here type your router's internet protocol address and the password to log on into your admin panel in your router. So by using your IP address and the password, just to log into your admin panel, then find the VPN option in the setting part of the screen. Then select the option for VPN client. So since the router is connected with the client, so you go through the VPN client option that are listed in your screen. Then you select the correct settings, enter your VPN details in the setting part. Suppose if you have open VPN configuration file, no need to set up the VPN parameters. Straight away, you can take the parameters from the configuration file, which is automatically loaded while setting up the VPN layer. Then complete any additional steps your router may request based on the requirement. So see all the instructions given in your VPN software. Then you can set up your VPN on your router. Then how it is working, whether the installed VPN is correctly working or not, you need to check. For that, once you have installed the VPN, then use Google it by typing what is my IP on your browser, Google or some other browser. Your IP address will be displayed, or in the command prompt, Windows command prompt, ipconfig, you can type ipconfig, it will display your IP address, note it down. Then connect to your VPN server and make sure that the IP address is different from one you have noted down in your notebook. Because the VPN server provides a different IP address, not your own IP address, or own IP address in the sense your network interface card IP address is not shown in the VPN side. So once you have different VPN, then you can confirm that you have configured your VPN correctly. Otherwise, you need to troubleshoot your VPN. Some of the applications are listed here. So video, audio streaming, gaming, protect ourselves from snooping. One can get privacy online by hiding one's true location. You can protect themselves from being logged while torrenting. That is, you have experienced more on torrenting by downloading some movies. Let us list movies you can download by using the torrent applications. All these are some of the applications of VPN. These are some of the advantages and disadvantages of VPNs. Say, for example, it provides you anonymity, avoid geo restrictions, security protections from cyber attack, bandwidth throttling, improve gaming experience, bypass firewalls. All these are some of the applications. But at the same time, VPN also are having some disadvantages. It slow down your internet speed. It might be connection dropping while you will be connected over VPN. It might have configuration difficulties, some legal issues. Some countries may not allow VPN servers. So the configuration part of the VPN gives some complex parameters. So all are the disadvantages of the VPN. Okay, so about the VPN. Thank you very much.